So, good morning, Agape Nation. It is so good to be home, and it's my honor to be here to welcome you into this way of meditation service. And I am just so grateful. Our inspirational reading this morning is Reverend Michael's theme letter and speaks to Agape's theme for July, being moved by the Spirit. This month, we're invited to align ourselves with the profound realization that we are not merely creators in the linear world of doing, we are vessels through which the Spirit moves, calling forth that which is already complete in the quantum field or the mind of the infinite. To be moved by the Spirit is to enter into a state of surrender to the higher knowing that what we are working on is already whole and complete in the nonlinear domain. In this sacred space, there is no striving, no grasping, no manipulation. Instead, there is a deep trust that the idea, the vision, and the dream we are cultivating in the visible realm has its origins in the invisible realm of the divine intelligence. It is already done. What does that mean for us particularly? It means that our role is not to struggle or to make things happen through sheer human willpower or know-how, but to attune ourselves to the vibrational frequency of the "it's already done" consciousness. This is the feeling tone of completion, the resonance of fulfillment that carries the power to impress itself into the linear domain, aka everyday experiences, with the limitless potential of the Spirit. When we operate solely from the linear human level, through effort, strategy, or manipulation, we may achieve temporary results. Yet, these results often lack the enduring power, grace, and transformative potential of the idea whose time has truly come. The full power of that idea is only unleashed when we allow ourselves to move by the Spirit, surrender to the divine flow, and act as conduits for that which is seeking to emerge. The nonlinear domain, aka the quantum field, the mind of God, holds infinite possibilities. It is here, in this formless realm, that the seed of every divine idea rests, waiting our willingness to bring it forth. But bringing it forth does not mean forcing it into existence. It means yielding to its natural unfolding, aligning with its inherent perfection, and becoming the instrument through which it reveals itself. This month, let us anchor into truth that the Spirit is always moving, always seeking to bring forth its fullness through us. Let us practice deep listening, tuning into the feeling tone that our vision is already realized. Let us trust that the idea stirring within us is not ours alone. They are the whisper of the infinite beckoning us to be its hands, its heart, and its voice in the world. As we move through our day, may we release the need to control outcome, instead embracing the joy of co-creating with the divine. May we allow ourselves to be carried by the Spirit, knowing that what we are working on, what we're building is already complete in the mind of God. And may we step forward in faith and conviction, bringing forth not just temporary success, but the enduring power of ideas whose time has come. In the spirit of the already done, Michael B. Beckwith, visionary founder, Agape International. So let's go in prayer. So how good it is just to take a moment to stop and to be still and to realize that what we are seeking is already within us. How good it is to stand in this space of family and love and in peace. How grateful it is to recognize the one power, the one presence, the one mind, This divine intelligence, it is seeking to express more of itself as each and every one of us. For I know that I'm living and moving and having my beingness in this presence of spirit. I know this truth for myself. I know this truth for each and every person in the sound of my voice. I know that everywhere we are, God is where we are. So today I get to bless this service. I get to stand here and know the truth that this service is already blessed. I bless Reverend Michael as he comes forward, as he gives us our Dharma talk for the way of meditation and leading us into our own facilitation of our own awakening. How good it is to just to be and to remember it is already done in spirit. I simply allow all this to be, and so it is. Amen.
And good morning. We thank our Reverend Skip Jennings for setting the tone and allowing us to step into an ever-increasing awareness of something so fundamental and so important, and that is that we are awareness itself. Oftentimes we move through an identity crisis because of the imprints that have occurred on our consciousness, imprints from the world of appearances, the world of effects, the world of circumstances and situations, people, places, and things have imprinted us, and we oftentimes have identified with the imprint. We've identified with the milieu of race consciousness, the collective beliefs of society. We've identified ourselves in ways that can be very limiting to us. You are to begin to consider yourself as awareness. And as awareness, you do have a mental body, you have a physical body, you have numerous subtle bodies, and those aren't your identities. Those are fields by which you get to express your identity through. Now, what's powerful about this, that as you begin to meditate, as you begin to extricate yourself from the world of appearances and become very present in the awareness that you are awareness, you now become a very sovereign being, a being that lives from choiceability rather than from reaction. You're no longer reacting from your limited identities. You are responding from the truth of your being. Now, obviously, this takes a level of practice that provides the context for insight, meaning an awareness, meaning an aha, meaning a moment in which you suddenly become aware of and know something that you may have formerly believed. So this practice allows you to be aware that you are aware, and now you can choose. And so when you hear the scriptural reference, choose ye this day whom you shall serve, God or mammon, God or fear, God or doubt, God or worry, God or any other lesser experience, you can now have that capacity to really choose. So you can wake up in the morning and basically choose that this is going to be one of the greatest days of your life. You can choose that everything is working together for your good. You can even ask how that is to be done. Why does everything always work together for my good? You can begin to put yourself in a position to allow the universe to answer those particular questions in a way that shifts your perception from a limited point of view, of which so many people live in such a limited point of view. Lack, limitation, scarcity, otherness. Minds have been hijacked for a number of years into creating segments of otherness in society, straight, gay, Mexican, black, white, yellow, migrants, immigrants. You know, the ignorant forces that be have hijacked the mind of society, so people actually see through a lens of otherness, which is why they can be easily controlled, and you see many things occurring in the world based on such ignorance. Not you, not here, not now. There is no otherness. There is no other. There's only one power, one presence, one life, one love, one intelligence everywhere, and we're all emanating from that divine source of all creation. but it means nothing unless we become aware of it. If we're not aware of it, we can be hijacked into looking at the world through a lens of they're different, and they're less than, and they're bad, and they're evil. Not you. Meditation purifies the mind and allows you to see that which is real, that which is eternal, and that which is forever. And then you can choose. In this particular moment, as you're hearing what I'm saying, but you're also catching the inner activation that's in the word itself, you can begin to choose right this instant to become aware of a deep feeling tone of gratitude, a deep feeling tone of love, independent of a circumstance, a condition, independent of a person, independent of anything. You can now just allow yourself to come into a greater touch of gratitude, thanksgiving, love. You can do that right now. Now, heretofore, it's sometimes easier to think about something you're grateful for, or someone you love, or someone that has loved you, or something to that effect. But ultimately, you can actually choose and pay attention to the frequency of gratitude and love without any condition whatsoever. You can actually live in that dynamic. That can be the activity of your awareness. And then what occurs? Your perceptual windows become clearer. And now you're able to see the way it really is. The film across the world that is the condensation of thoughts and beliefs and opinions and points of view that have condensed itself into a world of experiences. You're able to see through it. You're able to see the beauty and the love that's everywhere. This is what a practitioner does. A spiritual practitioner does with sitting with someone. The individual will come with a story, a background, some limited perception of their life, and the practitioner holds fast to the awareness that there's a Christ there, there's a Buddha field, there's something that's not touched by time. And as that practitioner holds that space, listens to the story but doesn't believe any of it, listens to the story, and it begins to become aware of where that person has misidentified themselves, what lies they're telling themselves based on past experiences. Their consciousness, awareness of the absolute truth, begins to break it down, and that particular lie, an individual, through a little bit of spiritual practice and intentionality, has an insight. Oh my God. Oh, I'm having a healing, I'm having a revelation, something's happening. But it's a revelation of something that's never been touched by time at all. The practitioner has to win the battle because the practitioner gets caught up in the story. It's all gone. I'm laughing about something. It's not really funny, but it happens often. A person actually starts to believe the person's story. Oh my God, oh my God. Yeah, oh my God. You're all right. You just don't know it yet, you see. So you, as you sit in the art and science of meditation, merely, catch this, meditation has come into our society over the last 30, 40 years. It's not a foreign thing anymore. It used to be woo-woo, and all those people are sitting there with their eyes closed, they're not doing anything. Now we understand the science behind it. We understand that as you begin to consider who and what you are, it's your brain. You start to activate the frontal lobe of the brain. You can actually think about and hold a vision of the future, and you can begin to move in that direction. It begins to calm you, things of that particular nature. But understand this, that your meditation practice is not merely just to calm yourself and to have peace of mind. That's sweet, it's wonderful. But ultimately, you break free from the mind. And you begin to, as I said at the beginning of this, you begin to be aware that you're pure awareness itself. So it's not just the mind is calming. It's not just the blood pressure becomes stabilized. It's not just the immune system becomes activated. These are beautiful things. It's not just you slow down the aging process. That's a good one. But it's not just that. You become aware that you are awareness itself. The Christ, the hope of glory, begins to be activated within you. You begin to, it's called waking up. You wake up from the intoxicated sleep of misidentification that provides the context for otherness, which provides the context for your mind being hijacked and controlled, and you begin to just see through it. You can actually, it's much like an individual going to a movie theater and they're watching a movie, and anytime they want, they can get up and walk out. And they can know, oh, that's a movie, that's a projection on a screen of lights and figures and sounds produced by someone who wrote something, but they know it's just a movie. At any time, at a certain point of your development, you can walk out of the theater. You can see all this stuff going around the world, and you step out of it and say, phew, that's some wild stuff going on. And then what happens? You become a global practitioner. You hold the space for that which is real and eternal. Because that which is real and eternal is everywhere. Peace is everywhere. Love is everywhere except where it's being suppressed by limited perception. But you become a conduit for that which is real. And your frequency and your vibration becomes a tuning fork, awakening others on the planet. And then 2 by 2, 4 by 4, community by community by community that's vibrating at the same frequency of seeing the truth becomes the dominant frequency. And then lo and behold, there is chemicalization, and there is a disintegration. Lo and behold, things get worse before they get better, because that which has condensed itself in time and space begins to bubble up to be disintegrated, and it looks terrible, feels bad sometimes. But you keep holding the space, and the space holds you. Individually, collectively, change occurs. It's called transformation, actually. Moving from one octave to another, you see. And so all of this is occurring by you sitting. As I mentioned last week, many people have issues because there's so many people who can't even sit for a half hour by themselves with no interaction. They have to have some kind of interaction. Their phone, the television, telephone, talking to somebody, doing something. Many people's issues would be dissolved. They can't be solved because they don't exist. God doesn't solve problems because there's no problems in the mind of God. But in the feeling tone of God, problems dissolve. But many problems would dissolve if people would just sit down in solitude until they can hear, not with ears, they can hear the still small voice, which becomes the only voice. Wisdom, guidance, direction, and a language in a way that we can understand. Sounds simple because it is. But the agitation and the anxiety, the anxiousness, and the coping mechanisms and the defense mechanisms that people carry because of the intensity of the world of appearances keeps people from just sitting down, no interaction with anyone or anything, and just being still with an intention to wake up. Oh, I want to wake up. I'll say one other thing. It's like this. Sometimes you'll go to bed at night, you don't set your alarm, but you know you have to get up at a particular time for an appointment or whatever the case may be, and you kind of just tell yourself, I'm gonna wake up at 6 in the morning, and go to sleep. And then somewhere close to 6:30, something stirs within you, and you wake up. Well, when you meditate and you're doing the same thing, you're like setting an inner alarm clock to wake up from the world of appearances. And you start to wake up. The course of your day, an insight occurs, a coincidence, a serendipity, spontaneous goodness. You start to see the signs that there is something bigger than what you can see visually. Keep in mind, signs follow consciousness. They don't precede consciousness. Signs follow. So when you give yourself a wake-up call, signs start to follow. You meet the right people, certain things come into place, and you start to see the world differently. And then you ask the question, why does everything always work together for my good? And the universe says, I'm going to show you. That's it. Back straight, erect, but not rigid. Shoulders to the ear, squeeze everything. Every orifice, scalp, face, hands, feet, squeeze. Do the opposite of relaxation. Release. Slight smile on the face. So that you're already generating tonic chemicals flowing through the body temple just from that sweet little smile. The hands facing upward today, thumb and forefinger touching the mudra, transcending the ego, separation. Establish yourself as an intentional being. Just establish an intention that you are sitting to wake up to your glorious nature. You're sitting to wake up. Just however you want to say that to yourself. You're just sitting to wake up. Your attention is increasingly becoming aware of that intention that you have established. And with a simultaneous awareness, you are aware of the intention. You're also aware that the body temple is breathing. I did not say you are breathing. You are awareness, the body temple is breathing. It's extracting nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, other elements from the air so that the body can be sustained. You don't have anything to do with that consciously. But being aware that the body is breathing allows you to stay present with the feeling tone of your intentionality. Now give yourself permission to move into deep and lowly listening, meaning beyond the ears. You have a deep listening posture. You're listening as if someone was about to tell you something so important you did not want to lose not one word. And so you assume that kind of posture, your whole being is available to catch the eternal broadcast of the living spirit. It's always broadcasting, it's never intermittent, it's never interrupted, it's always broadcasting. Let there be light, let there be love, let there be beauty, let there be life everywhere. In your availability to this broadcast, that you may ultimately rebroadcast it through the instrument called you. And then you add one other thing, one other element to this sitting. You sit in the awareness that this is your very first time ever practicing the art and the science of awareness, of meditation. You may be a veteran, you may be a newbie, but always you enter into the space, this is my first time I've ever practiced. So that we keep our beginner's mind pristine and our childlike nature activated. It's always new. This is new. This iteration of myself never existed before. So with intention, attention, simultaneous awareness of the breath, lowly listening, first time, we sit. Slight smile. You are rich enough to pay attention. Full, spacious. Your awareness paying attention to your intention to wake up, the sacred breath, the awareness of a pure inner listening beyond the ears, and the sacred sitting as if you've never done this before. This is new. You're becoming aware that you are awareness, not just the content passing through your awareness. So everything is passing through is grist for the mill. Sounds, thoughts, emotions, body sensations, opinions, points of view, passing through your awareness. It's grist for the mill. It's just that which you're becoming aware of without interacting with it. I mean, what happens? Whatever you observe changes on a subatomic level based on your observation. Opinions, points of view, resentments, anything passing through. As you observe without interference, it changes because it's all vibration. You're becoming aware that you are awareness, emanation of source, which means you are love. You are intelligence. You are peace and beauty. You are pure life, becoming more and more conscious of itself. Another couple of moments, sacred silence. Remember your sacred S's. Stillness, silence, sacred solitude. You are at one with God, the living presence everywhere. Let us receive a nice inhalation, release. And let us allow ourselves to be so conscious, so awake, so aware of the feeling tone of gratitude and thanksgiving. Just allow for your heart and your mind to so expand that you are gratitude itself. So grateful, so thankful, so appreciative of life that the recognition factor becomes so enhanced that we're able to see without eyes that all that there is God everywhere. Beauty is everywhere. Love is everywhere. And in this soulful recognition, our deep felt sense and soul sense of our oneness with all of life is enhanced with every breath that we take. One with God, one with life, one with intelligence, one with beauty. Our life and from this awareness of our oneness, the vibrational word that is spoken is a law unto itself. It only knows its own fulfillment. It doesn't tarry with yesterday. It only knows its own unfolding. I speak it with clarity. For each and every one of us, knowing there's only one of us, the divine freedom reigns supreme within us. True freedom. True liberation. Every organ, action, function of the body temple is feeling this frequency and aligning itself with the perfect spiritual idea of who we are. The mental body is absolutely clear. The emotional body is pure. The body of our affairs reflect and reveal the fundamental harmony of the cosmos. All of our relations now shot through with eternity. Every single thing working together for our individual and for our collective good. Now, This is where we live. We live here. We live in the secret place of the Most High, under the shadow of the Almighty. No hurt, harm, nor danger can come nigh our dwelling place because we're living in God consciousness. And from this moment on, everything, all things, work together for our good. And we give thanks for this. We revel in this awareness. Every cell is smiling. And we allow it to be so now and forever. The newest sphere is imprinted with our intention. The Akashic record is registering this moment of eternity. And we're changed for the better forever, and so it is. And so we let it be. As we slowly open our eyes, perhaps, whoever we're with, just bow to someone and say, now, so be it. So be that vibration. You can be this. And so thank you so much for joining our way of meditation. Every Sunday at this particular time, we gather all around the world to stop and to celebrate the divine presence as the very activity of our awareness. Thank you, because you're making a mighty difference on the planet. Even though you may not be able to see it right away, everything is vibration, and you have just shifted the vibration of planet Earth by your sitting with these thousands of people around the globe, being still and knowing that the presence of God is right here, right now. It's the activity of our awareness. Thank you. I want you to give thanks now. I want you to give thanks in terms of supporting this wonderful spiritual community. Whether we call it an offering, a tithe, a gift, a donation, celebration of your heartfelt awareness of being willing to be supportive, however you want to define it, this is our opportunity to practice the law of circulation. And just as life was given to you unadulterated, totally free, without strings other than for you to activate your potential, we want you to give the same way. Just give without strings, just out of love. Turn within for just a second and give thanks for whatever it is that you have to give. Consciously bless it, infuse it with divine love. Celebrate that you are a giver, and being reminded that what Kahlil Gibran said, the hands of the givers are never empty. More and more pours forth. So we give thanks for whatever it is we have to give. We bless this community with all of its ministries, programs, projects, staff, equipment, all that's necessary for the fulfillment of the idea of Agape International Spiritual Center. And we allow it to be so, and so it is. Amen. And so you can give in different ways, and I'll label those for you. One, you can take out your mobile device, whether you're here in the sanctuary or whether you're somewhere on the planet, and you can text the word GIVE to 424-321-6243. This information is on your screen. Many of you write me and say that you screenshot these ways of giving, and throughout the course of the week, as you have an unexpected but expected blessing, you share it with your community, and so we're always so grateful for that. 424-321-6243. Text the word GIVE and see what happens. It's going to prompt your phone. You choose the amount, the regularity of the gift. If you write the word COVER, it means you're covering the expense of that technology, which is 3% of your giving. And I thank you in advance. If you would like to go directly to our website, perhaps you're viewing this on our YouTube channel or Facebook page, you can go on your computer or your mobile device and go to our website, agapelive.com. You'll see a donation banner on the screen. Navigate yourself to it. Choose the amount you want to give today. Well, why don't you choose the amount your soul wants to give, because you might be skimping if you're in your ego. Choose the amount your soul wants to give and celebrate your generosity. And as you're checking out, you're really checking into your inner prosperity. If you'd like to mail in your donation, make your checks and money orders out to Agape International, send it to Agape International at 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. Many of you are outside of the United States, so just put USA, of course, on the envelope. We're doing our uttermost to bring the united back into the United States of consciousness. We're doing our uttermost with our prayer, meditation, our sacred service to break down the field of otherness. You can assist. Mail yours in right away. It's on the screen. Take a picture of it. Use it frequently. You can also do Venmo. Many people are loving this Venmo technology. The QR code is on the screen. You can take your mobile device, the camera, you may shine your camera right at the QR code. If you've never done this before, you just want to experiment, just shine it and you'll see right on the QR code. It'll take you right into the domain of Agape International. Test it out. Just send in $5, send in $1, send in $10. Just see if it works. Just practice. And then practice regularly. And notice that month after month you give a little bit more because more and more blessings are pouring forth through you. Those are the ways to give. If you're here in the sanctuary, you can place it in the basket upon your exit. Checks or cash. Reverend Julie Moret's going to come forward and highlight some of the wonderful things happening in our spiritual community.
We have some very fun summer opportunities available for you, so take a listen, see what is yours. You can visit agapelive.com for more information and to find out about all of our weekly offerings, and all times listed are Pacific Time. Get ready for a bliss-filled Sunday with musical guests, big surprises, and more. It's Reverend Michael's birthday, and you can save the date, Sunday, July 20th. This celebration is absolutely one you do not want to miss. And there's still time to make your plan now to be here in Los Angeles and celebrate with us in person. It's so much fun to be in the vibe right here at Agape. We have discounted hotel rates for live streamers available online through July 16th. For all the details and to make your reservation, click on the live streamers banner at agapelive.com, and we can't wait to see you right here. And a gift from Reverend Michael. Just for you, in celebration of Reverend Michael's birthday, we are thrilled to offer Path of the Visionary, a free Beckwith teaching immersion. This is a free 7-day online event, July 21st through the 27th. This powerful series is a deep dive into Reverend Michael's most transformative teachings, a sacred offering of love, wisdom, and spiritual abundance. You can reserve your spot right now at agapelive.com and get ready for a soul-stirring adventure. To our beloved Take Back Your Mind community, after 2+ years of shows, we are taking a summer break during July and August and will return on September 3rd with brand new shows and a brand new format. Until then, take this opportunity to revisit your favorite episodes or catch up on any of the ones that you may have missed. Loving Hands Unite, the adoption, foster care, fertility ministry, will have their monthly meeting this Friday, July 11th at 7 p.m. via Zoom. If you'd like support with any aspect of the adoption process, email lovinghandsunite@agapelive.com to receive the Zoom link and join. And Reverend Michael and his partners at NutriRise are enthusiastic to share a groundbreaking development from AdaptoZen, introducing Elevate Plus, organic fermented mushrooms, their latest innovation designed to elevate your mind, body, and spirit to new heights. This product is based on the mushroom supplements that Rev takes for the immune system, brain function, gut health, and longevity, and they were created as a transformative step forward in your holistic wellness. Visit NutriRise.com, choose AdaptoZen, and pick up your superfood greens at the same time to elevate your health. Finally for today, there is a free family movie event right here at the Saban. Parents, go ahead and scan the QR code right now to RSVP. This is sponsored by the Temple of the Arts and Agape's Youth and Family Ministry. The movie is Sonic 3, and it's showing right here at the Saban Saturday, July 12th, 11 a.m. And we look forward to seeing you at any and all of these events. Many blessings to you.
Much, Reverend Julie. You've heard a limited degree of what's going on in our community. As she mentioned, you can go to agapelive.com and dive deep into the many things that are going on here. But definitely register for the Path of the Visionary, the gift you're receiving on my birthday. Free 7 days of magnificent teachings from magnificent teachers, and I'm involved in that as well. You have, 700, 800 people have already signed up, so maybe more by now. So there's plenty of room in the Zoom room. Let's turn within in this moment. Let's give thanks for the abundance revealing itself through all of these beings, sweetly and lovingly supporting this community, otherwise known as Agape International Spiritual Center. We allow ourselves to feel in this precise moment that all of our needs are met, individually and collectively. All of the needs of Agape are met right now. And all of the needs of everyone tuning in are being met. All legitimate needs being met right now. We feel this as a feeling tone for our community. We practice the art and science of generosity and circulation to keep the flow going. And we allow it to be so now and forever. And so it is. Amen. Thank you for tuning in. If you're in the LA area, you may want to come in person to Agape and just be in the vibration of community. You know, all the magnificent research shows that if a person comes to a spiritual community for just one time a week, your health and your longevity increases by 33% over the average lifespan of people who just sit back and be a couch potato. Show up in person. Extend your life and then have something to live for. Okay, let's rise. Let's hear the beginning of this particular song. 11 a.m. meditation, 11:30 worship, celebration, fellowship service in person. Gives you time to get here. We also have 8:30 and 9. You might as well get up and come on up to Agape. You hear that?
The past behind.
We're leaving the past behind us.
I see it.
We're beginning to see anew.
I'm ready.
We're being inwardly prepared for a great transformation, a great change, a great becoming more and never less than our true self. We're inwardly prepared. We're forgiving everything. We're forgiving ourselves for any misperceptions, misconceptions, any mistakes, anything we've been holding on to. We are letting go now and surrendering to more good than we could possibly imagine. And all of this is happening right now. And so we live in a perpetual state of giving thanks and allowing it, the great presence, it, don't forget, the great presence, the great I am, to be the very activity of our awareness. That's why we say, and so it is, right now. Peace and blessings, everyone. Have a beautiful day.